Forrest was in a really severe snowboarding accident when he had just turned 18. And he hit a patch of ice and slid into a fence. And unfortunately that day he was not wearing his helmet. He should have been, and he sure knows that now. But he had a catastrophic brain injury and was air evac to UVA Hospital Trauma Center, where they saved his life. He was in a coma for about 12 days. And they told us they didn't expect him to wake up. They said, you know, we should be prepared somehow for that.
I woke up in the hospital and the doctor said, "We're glad you made it. A lot of people didn't think you would wake up, so I'm glad I'm here."
He woke up and he made great progress. He had a number of really serious setbacks and has had 14 major surgeries now and still has several ahead of him. But one of the most difficult setbacks was when he lost his voice and he couldn't talk or communicate with us. He couldn't even turn himself over in bed, and he had to have really intensive 24/7 care for over 2 years. And that's when Tom started working with him.
I taught Forrest since he was 8 years old. I taught him here at the Hill School. So I was his school teacher. I taught music and theater since he was little, right, Forrest? And then stayed a friend connected to him throughout his junior high and high school years. And then during his high school years, he did some volunteer work for me. And then it was right after that, about 6 months after he volunteered for me when he was a junior, that the accident happened. And during that time, I was back in school becoming a music therapist. This is my master's. And then we reconnected, obviously, when he was in the hospital.
And at that point, really he couldn't even control his breath. Just to breathe, blow a feather off your hand, he couldn't do that. He couldn't hum. He really could only answer yes with one finger, no with two. And Tom worked with him for 1.5 years, teaching him to control his breath and to hum, and from that then to create words and to speak. And it was really a miraculous, incredible gift to be able to have his voice back.
So there was something called melodic intonation therapy, which the theory behind it is that your mind remembers the pitches that you talked on. And once it remembers that, your muscles and your system begin to remember how to move your mouth and your tongue and to make sound.
And when I hit my head, my vocal cords closed and I couldn't make a single word for a long time, until one day our nurse was with me and she woke me up and I said, "Good morning," and those were my first 2 words.
One of the greatest blessings we have is that Forrest's personality is intact, and sometimes after a severe brain injury, the person experiences real personality changes. And Forrest has always and continues to be a sunbeam. He's always been optimistic and cheerful and had a great sense of humor, and that personality is still very much intact and very much a gift to all of our family and certainly to the people around him. So we count our blessings every day, and we're grateful and celebrate the smallest things. When he could only wiggle a finger, we would celebrate that. You know, when he finally could turn over, we'd celebrate that. When he could finally sit up without 3 people helping him, we'd celebrate that. So we've learned through this journey to really celebrate every milestone and every gift of life.
He truly is one of the bravest people I've ever met in my life. Every day to do what he does, he walks in a room and smiles and makes everybody feel better about who they are. So all of us that wake up in the morning and something hurts, or you have a problem, you broke up with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you have a family problem, there's divorce, whatever's going on, Forrest has helped all of us see that you can get through the day, and that means that you can keep the journey going on in your life.
My outlook on life is there throughout the remainder of life. There's lots of ups and lots of way downs. So I think you have to ride out the downs to get to those high ups. That's my view on life.
Well, it was, it was terrifying when we didn't know if he would ever wake up, and if he woke up, what would be his situation? What would he be able to do? And as a parent, you always want, your children to have joyful, productive, healthy, happy lives, and to fear that all that was gone for your youngest son is just, that's still unimaginable to me, having lived through it. Gradually to see him regain his ability to talk and to stand and to walk and even to drink water or eat. All those things had to be learned over again. And at a place to be, Forrest has found a safe place, a place where he can learn and grow and celebrate with other children and adults, each individual's special gifts and abilities. And that's a truly magical place, and a place we hope that others will support through donations or volunteer time. It's a wonderful group of people. The mentors, or high school, college students, are incredible, and I think they get as much out of it, they tell us, as the kids who they help. So it's a wonderful community to be a part of, and we're really grateful.